Good evening, Ashburn and Reston U16AA fans. Reston Blue and Ashburn U16AA1. We are here at the Skatequest facility in Reston, Virginia. Home ice of the Reston Raiders. These guys in white. As Ashburn will be playing in red, as usual, for an away game. But we are on the NHL rink. There are two sheets here at Skatequest. One is Olympic ice and one is NHL ice. And I was complaining yesterday that we were having our Virginia State Finals on the Olympic ice, which is not what most of the games here in the United States are played on. But because both the sheets at Ashburn, our home rink, are NHL ice. And we beat them on NHL ice yesterday morning. It was early afternoon versus evening. And then our second game, they beat us narrowly. I've argued that if it weren't for the officiating, we would have won. I don't know, JT Stewart told me that there was a goal in the first period. He asserts, I didn't see it. I mean, I probably saw it, but I didn't, from the perspective that I have close to the center line. Yeah. Where he said the puck was in the net, and then the goalie kicked it out before the officials saw it and actually scored the point. And then, of course, there was the second point that we scored where they called the puck went in, and then they decided to blow the whistle and call a penalty on Shane that no one really knows what it was for. And Shane was not even near the kid that he was alleged to have fouled. So that was mysterious. And of course, they scored that one goal that was pretty clearly goalie interference. Now, it should have been a penalty shot because we attempted to trip the dude. Pretty blatant trip, or hook perhaps, as on the breakaway. But nonetheless, Mellon stopped the shot, and then the kid just crashed into him, pushing him, Mellon, and the puck all into the goal, and they counted it, which seems completely bananas to me. Of course, as I've pointed out, my opinion is not important. I will just grumble about it. Curious, I didn't pay too much attention. There are two goalies for the Reston are number 37, Forrest. I think his first name is Tucker. I'm informed by some of his high school friends I happened to be standing next to yesterday. And then Arbuckle, number 3. He's actually just taking the ice over there. Seems to be missing a stick. Of the two games, he seemed less confident, so I hope they put him in. We'll see. Of course, maybe I shouldn't hope. I don't know. I barely know those kids. I've only watched them play a handful of times this year, and I really wasn't paying much attention, except for the last two games yesterday. Either way, I think it looked like Mellon was warming up, so he'll probably be in net again for Ashburn. That's not the coach. It's a little bit of a shame. Luke had one bad game, and then Mellon has had a series of pretty strong ones. So he went from, when it got to state finals, he went from rotating to saying, well, Mellon had a good game yesterday. I'm going to keep him in. And now Luke was also, he's fishing. He's getting ready to fish the pucks out of the net after warm up here. So looks like Mellon's probably going to start. He seemed prosaic about it. I think he understands absolutely what the coach is doing. He would like to play. He would like redemption. But he would also like to go to nationals. And if we win tonight's game, I'm told that there is a tournament specifically for teams that are going to nationals or for state champions. I'm not sure which it is. You would think those are the same, but I can easily imagine that some team might be state champion but not have the resources to go to nationals. I don't know. That seems unlikely. If you're going to spend the money to put your kid through a year of travel hockey at this level, you're going to cough up the money to get yourself to nationals if you make it. I don't know. Either way, I wish Mellon luck and the rest of the Ashburn team. And since I know there are some Raiders fans watching, I hope you guys fail miserably. But I hope that none of your guys get hurt. How about that? I hope they have fun. Mostly I would like to not. I feel like, sport is a great thing for people to rally behind and have a shared perspective and a thing to get excited about. I'm not always sure it's worth getting a 16-year-old hurt. At least not seriously hurt. So, Ashburn and Reston have both been relatively clean, I feel like. There's a lot of calls officiating yesterday that I questioned. Seemed like a lot of, all right, here we go. First period starts, it's going to come back to Reston 97. Cross to his teammate and sent long. Slapped back by Spencer and flicked long. I'm sorry again for the, I won't say again, the terrible perspective. This rink, 47 out. Third, Cahill wraps, knocked away by Aiden Harrison. Off the boards, go come out to the neutral zone. 97, challenged by Jarrett. Jarrett feeds it up long. Paul's going to race to try and go get it with Cristiano. Both chasers the corner. Can't see what's going on over there. Again, the perspectives on this rink for the fans are terrible. Sheehan drove it across the center, dumped it, and we picked up by Noah Robinson. He sends it along the boards. Chris chips off of Kuhn's stick and into the rafters, stopping the clock at 16:09. I say they have some very small stands. None of them really lined up in the center line. And I think the Reston fans kind of staked out the bleachers early. So I'm a little off center. Day picking it up after the drop. And he gets kind of up to the blue line and flicks it out of play. Joey Greenland taking the drop for Ashburn against Vita. It's going to get long behind the Ashburn net. Noah Robinson tries to send it along the board, stopped by the defenseman. Vita picks it up, but then Landon steals it away, and he'll skate out into the neutral zone. Hits the gas and through. Sticked away from him, he picks it back up behind the net. Tries to center it, defense knocks it away. He picks it back up, and again, defense knocks it away, or either that or he just took his eye off it. Vita charges through the neutral zone. Mason St. Ange chips the puck away, giving Landon a chance to pick it back up. He'll send it back out in the neutral zone where Jarrett, it was Will Schneider, got a stick on it, but then just immediately turned around. Landon picks it back up, crashes and goes down hard. Puck comes back out into the neutral zone. Mason St. Ange will dump it back in. It'll go long, picked up by a 97 Ogilvy. Goalie, it is not Arbuckle, it's the other guy, Forrest. Little high angle shot there, I think by Shane Sewick. He's knocked aside by the goalie. He's behind the net. Shane's fighting to get it back out with Jack Klein and 48. No, I'm sorry, 46. You guys don't have 48. Pass out to the side to 96. Turned around. It's going to go long. 15 neutral zone cross to, I didn't see who, up to 96. Long. Past Miles Blessed. Matt Johnson will pick it up. Gets hammered by 11. 46 comes in from the other side. We got a little 2-on-2. Kyle Tinchert and Matt Johnson. I think that's 46 feeds it into the slot, I think off Mellon's pads. Miles Bless trying to clear it. It's going to wrap. He picked up by Zubarev, or whatever, 51. He sends it along the boards to McCarthy, where Kyle's fighting to get it away from him. A little help from Johnson. It's going to come bouncing out to the neutral zone, and Zubarev dumps it in. It'll be offsides for his teammate. I think it was McCarthy, was not clear yet. Jared Ireland traces it down to the offensive zone, but it's turned around by the defense. Spencer Combs, long stretch to Jarrett. He gets hammered into the boards. The loose puck is picked up by Kyle. He drives it all the way to the back corner, where we have very poor perspective. Jarrett tries to take a shot off the goalie's pads, back in the corner. Kyle with Paul nearby. Kyle drives it into the circle, gets double teamed, and puck will be cleared, picked up by Aiden Harrison. He feeds it back to Spencer. Spencer up along the boards to Kyle. Second try, gets there. Kyle gets it into the zone, heads towards the bench, while Jarrett engages in the corner. 97, wraps it. Aiden slaps it from the blue line. I think that was Paul trying to get a rebound shot. And it's going to go lofted way out into the neutral zone. Aiden Cahill gets it around to Aiden. Shot off the glass behind. And they're going to turn it back around. Spencer tries to knock it away. Aiden's going to get it out to Zubarev. He tries to drive it along the rail. Eventually wraps it. Cahill out. Jerry got a stick on it. Joey picks it up in the corner. Shuffles it up. Turned around by Day at the blue line. Spencer slams it along the boards. Briefly stopped by Day and then turned back in by the Reston offense. McCarthy. Zubarev picks it up, drives it into the zone. Into the slot. Saved by Mellon off the up-close shot by McCarthy. McCarthy again off Mellon's pads. Greenland picks it up. Around the boards. Pass Schneider. He chips at it and it's going to go long. That'll be icing. Clock shots with 12:06. Score still 0-0. So far, Reston seems to be dominating. Ashburn always seems like it takes them a while to warm up. Grayson Cantrell taking the face off for Ashburn against number 82, Vita. 11 comes up with possession. Cristiano along the boards. Mason St. Ange trapped there as I think Jack Klein at the line. Noah Robinson turns it cross. Shane tries to send it. Mason picks it up, and he will skate through the neutral zone. Fires, and the goalie's going to hold on to it. Hi, Joel. Mason along the boards. After the drop, Grayson picks it back up, dumps it back behind the net. Jack turns it around to Shane. Shane out to Grayson. Could not get the shot off. Mason pokes at it and kept it going briefly, but they're going to send it long. It'll wrap all the way around. Mason has to hesitate not to collide with the official, who's just decided he would get in the way. A little 2-on-2 scuffle there along the boards. Reston comes out with it. Almost misses the drop pass and turned around at the last second by Zubarev. 11, whose name I never did figure out, just can't somehow parse those letters in my brain. Shane Seawick drives it through the neutral zone, gets around Zubarev. It's a little fancy stick handling. Shoots and puts it in. That will be a first point on the board. Shane Seawick on a breakaway. Just skated past Zubarev. Faked out the goalie, rattled it off the crossbar. Or the post. I actually couldn't see what it hit. I heard the ding. And first point on the board for Ashburn. That's good. We like that. Tincher taking the face off. Paul slaps at it. It's going to go Cristiano along the boards. Picked up back by Paul. Cristiano takes it away from him. He'll drive it into the zone. I thought he was going to hand off to Cahill, but we're going to offsides there. And I'm going to run the clock back down because I forgot to start it. Sorry about that. We got 10:43 left. There we go. Let's sync us back up. McCarthy taking the face off against Kyle Tincher. They're sending Kyle off. Jarrett's going to take it instead. Come back. Jarrett fades back across to Miles. Miles out into the neutral zone. Cristiano flubs it, and Jarrett drives it in, but 97, Ogilvy takes it away from him. They collide along the boards, and McCarthy takes it. Out, wrapped to Sheehan. Sheehan finds the stretch to Cahill, but he's facing the wrong way. Kyle picks it up as it bounces back and forth. Drives it to the neutral zone, gets past Cahill, tries to fire, and Day disrupts the shot. He's going to try to pass it back out. It'll go long. Aiden has to retreat all the way in our defensive zone. Bounce pass up to Jarrett. Jarrett out into center. Cahill doesn't see it. It's between his feet. Over to Joey, who did see it when between his feet. Joey tries to get a stick on it, does shot off, but Day knocked it wide. It'll be picked up and cleared out to the point. It'll go past him and all the way down. Aiden chases it back. No ice, because it was off us. Mason tried to clear it. Zubrev stopped at the line, dumped it back into number 10. That's Coons. Out to Day at the point, back to Coons. He drops it back into the corner where there's none of his teammates. I think that was Aiden who wrapped it all the way back out through the neutral zone. Zubrev takes his eye off of it, trips Landon. Landon gets back up. And Ashburn will get a 2-minute power play on a tripping call against Zubrev. Again, apologies to anybody who knows the correct pronunciation of number 51's name. Tincher versus 47. I think that's Sheehan for the face-off. Paul fires off the goalie's pads. They're going to turn it back out, and he has to chase it all the way back out to the neutral zone. Finds the cross to Aiden. Aiden draws in Coons. Back to Paul. Paul gets around Coons. Drives it across the line. Ogilvy 97. Out to Aiden at the point. Back along the boards to Jarrett. Jarrett looking. Sends it into the paint. It bounces off of Shane's skate and wide. I think he was hoping maybe to deflect it in. Jarrett again into the paint, knocked aside by Sheehan. Back to Jarrett from, I think that's Aiden. Knocked away by the defense. He has to chase it out into the neutral zone. Jarrett gets it past Sheehan and then chases it, and gloved down by Kyle. They'll send it long, and it'll be played by Mellon. Leaves it for Aiden to do something with. Aiden finds the stretch of Joey at the line. Joey pauses the beat, I think, to get some help. It's through the paint as he picked up by Landon. Landon circles it around. Cross intended for Spencer. I don't even knew who that was, but out. Mason, slap shot from the point, and goalie holds on to it. We got 36 seconds left in the power play. Joey took the face off for Ashburn against, I don't know, probably Vita, I'm not sure. Out to Schneider. Schneider pauses the beat, looking for something, drives it in behind the net. Before he gets it taken away from him, feeds it over to Landon. Landon brings it out. Cahill gets it away from Landon and loses it as he tries to get past Mason. Centers it back to McCarthy, and Ashburn defense will chip it out. Landon barely keeps his feet as he gets around, and then Cahill steals it from behind. Mason stops it at the blue line, sends it in, goalie going to hold on to it. That's it. Power play's over. Successful defense by the Reston Raiders. So shot, Millen saves it, and then there's a second point, and that's in. We're tied up. We had 11, 97, 47, 88, and 97 on the ice. I apologize I was fussing with the clock and my second phone, so I didn't really see all the... All right, we got I think it was an offsides call. 96 was trying to do something. Kyle was pressuring him. Kyle with a face-off against Sheehan. Puck comes back to Miles Blessed. Across to Matt Johnson. Along the boards. Stretch intended for Jarrett. Turned around by 97. Back into the zone. It'll wrap around. Picked up by Miles Blessed behind the net. Out to Paul. And out of play. All around. Some more time off the clock. I'm so excited about this game, I'm forgetting to run the clock. We got 6:35 left to go. Face-off taken by Tinshirt. Blessed, cross to Johnson. Johnson long, again intended for Ireland. Coons chipped at it. Turn around. Berg chases it back into the defensive zone with Paul Allison all over him. Paul single-handedly trying to steal it away from like 3 different players. Day comes up with it, cross to Coons. Coons got to get past Johnson. Gets it to the center, and Johnson knocks it away. Out to the blue line, Zubarev has to retreat to the neutral zone. Cross to Day. Day flubs the reception, but holds on to it. Gets it to Vita, who then flubs the reception, picked up by Paul Allison. Charges along the boards, and in the corner, gets it out. Mason will keep the play going as he dumps it back into the backyard. Joey Greenland chases it. Day hustling, gets out in front of him. Then gets past Schneider, but loses his feet as he goes down. Wrap, Joey. Cross intended for Landon, picked off by Sheehan. Joey knocks it away as he charges into the zone. Drives into the zone. Actually, not charging is a loaded term here. Joey, fancy moves, brings it all the way down, but then eventually loses it. I feel like more passing. All right, cross the center. Joey fires it back in the corner to Landon. Drops it back to Schneider. Back in the corner. Both Joey and Landon engage. Mason along the boards. Fires it back around. It's going to come all the way out, and the Raiders pick it up. Cross. I lost track of it. Oh, there it is. 97. Sorry. Shoots from the red line, wide of the net. Mellon reaches for it. It's going to bounce out off of Mason St. Ange's stick. And they're going to call offsides, although I actually don't think it was. The Reston player leaving the offensive zone, kicked it with the skate as he came out. I'm not sure. It looked like it probably actually... Is it the front of the blue line or the back of the blue line that constitutes the zone? I don't know. Zubarev tries to send it, but he takes his eye off of it. Shane Sewick gets a stick on it. 2 of them both chase it all the way down. Jack Klein knocks it away. Shane feeds it back to Jack. They try to clear it, and Aiden gets out-skated. Saved by Mellon. Aiden turns it around to Jack and chips at it. Stopped by 97. Picked up by 96. I think they're maybe brothers. Grayson St. Ange. Scramble there. And another point for Reston as they just charge the net. Spencer's trying to argue it. Mellon's on his ass, or on his side anyway. Net was off. So, I apologize. That, for whatever reason, I'm having a hard time. I guess there's seeing close to the spot, and there's just not enough not really a better place to film from. Jared Ireland drives it. Kyle threw the face off. Jared drove it into the line. Stuck along the boards. Little 2-on-3 fight there. Johnson hanging back. Paul hustling around. And it's going to roll all the way down, and it will be icing. Yeah, it's I was tempted to climb up onto on top of the locker rooms because there's a much better perspective up there. I did that once years ago. Kyle keeping it going. Fires to the blue line. Off the goalie's pads. It's picked up by 46, McCarthy. Wraps it. Berg. Out. Just tips off the tip of Coons' stick. Johnson tries to turn around. McCarthy gets it back. Shot back into the corner. I think that Johnson gets it up to Kyle. And Jarrett knocked it out. Berg tries to send it. And Paul challenged him. But he got it the second time. Johnson connects to Kyle. Kyle dumps it. It'll wrap all the way around, and Jarrett tries to do something. Takes a shot off the goalie's glove. Coming back out to the point, and before Joey can get a stick on it, Reston does a nice job. Save, and that's another point. Backdoor on Will. No one was trying to play that guy with the initial shot hard, but I think he took a shot off Will's pads before Noah could clear it. He got it to the back door. Will never had a chance to shift. Spencer wraps it. Sorry, I'm distracted by some little kid on the boards just throwing his hat up against the safety net. Landon tries to connect to Schneider in the center. And then Cristiano drives it across. Landon steals it away. And there's going to be I think a holding call against whoever the player was that was playing Landon. And I think he ends up with a penalty shot. It seems, I mean, the Reston fans are livid, but I think that's a fair call. I think that was absolutely a fair call. From what I saw, Landon had a near breakaway. The kid came up and grabbed him from behind. Now we'll see how Landon does. Landon has amazing stick handling skills. But this goalie is also quite good. Saves it. Oh no, Landon got it. He thought the Reston fans were cheering, but it was in. Snuck through. It looked like he snapped closed 5-hole, but it actually went through. I always think that. I was listening to all the Reston fans cheering, and until the goalie moved, and we saw that it actually had gone through his legs. Joey took the drop. Landon picks up the puck, feeds it to Aiden. Aiden ices it for, I don't know why. I think maybe thought Schneider was going to be able to come across and get it. I don't watch enough of their practices to know who would be the best for a Joey tried to get through the center. Landon wasn't where he needed to be, but fights to get there. 46, long to 47. Spencer brings it up, rejected by the goalie. Aiden pass to Schneider. Schneider dumps it before getting hammered into the boards by 47. And there's a penalty on that one. Sheehan's going to the box. I'm trying to look and see if I can see the gestures. He's facing away from me, so I'm actually not sure what the call was. We got 1:35 left in the period, and Ashburn has a 2-minute power play. I will take this moment to rest my wrist. I get nervous. I get this like death grip on the gimbal. Tinscher will take the drop against Vita. It's going to go out long. Paul, Coons tries to outskate Paul. Almost does, but Paul keeps the speed, but can't get it past Vita. Vita turns it around. Seawick steals it from him. Wraps it off, hits something, projection on the boards. Kyle feeds it over to Paul. Paul, cross to Aiden. He'll drive it into the zone. Takes a shot, goalie knocks it into the corner. Shane picks up the rebound. Sends it back, I think intended for Aiden. Looking for something now. Out to Paul at the point. Far side. Paul, wrister from the center. It's going to bounce back out. Jarrett. Fires again. Goalie saves it. Didn't hold on to it, and they'll ice it. That gives the Greenland takes face off against McCarthy, I think. They'll get it out in the neutral zone. Landon picks it up from there. Finds Mason. Mason drives it in. Sends it through the center. It'll bounce back out to Schneider. Schneider looks like he kind of maybe flubbed it. I don't know. I couldn't see. Hands it back to Joey behind the net. Joey drops it back. Spencer helps it along, getting it back to Will. Will brings it up, shoots, and puts it in, tying it up. 2.3 seconds left in the period. Will Schneider on power play with a little help from Joey Greenland, Spencer Combs, Landon Street, and Mason St. Ange. We are tied up. 2.3 seconds left in the first period. It's the end of the power play, of course. Joey takes a face off, and that's it. Time runs out. Some coaches shouting at each other, maybe. I hear Coach Fleury's voice. See him looking down towards the Reston bench. We got a short break. Those of you interested in watching the Ashburn defense will get slightly better perspective. Yeah, my apologies. Take this moment to check the chat. I haven't been looking at it. Although I feel like my phone has been a little at least the last 2 days, I've got to kind of change my setup slightly in that I have this second phone on a different network so I can watch the chat, since SportsCam does not. The shuffle of the parents and the fans trying to get to the side of the ice that their kid plays on the most. All right, I gotta fix the period. I got 17 minutes of period 2. And we are tied up, starting. Kyle Tinscher takes the drop against Vita. Berg flicks it into the Ashburn defensive zone. Spencer Combs picks it up, feeds it around the boards. It's going to be picked up by Berg and turned back around. Coons challenges Spencer in the far corner with Kyle and Berg. Out wrister by 97 and then knocked away. Woo, jeez. Mellon got the stop, but Jarrett, cross intended for Kyle. He picks it back up a little bit behind him. Gets it out to Paul. Paul gets it stolen from him by Vita. All right, we got a penalty on Spencer, I think, who was trying to do whatever he could to stop the advance by Vita. That'll be 2 minutes of penalty kill for Ashburn. Look sharp, Will. Klein taking the face for Ashburn, and 48, I think. 46. You guys don't have a 48. It's going to immediately leave the play area into the Reston bench. Chipped off of, I'm not sure who. Vita comes up with it, drops back to the blue line, cross to Zubarev. Along the boards, Mason St. Ange will loft it up along. It'll be stopped by Zubarev again. He kind of fakes out Shane, shot, and it's in. I think it was Vita took the shot. My brain can't rewind that well. Reston goes up 4-3. Last time we had a high-scoring game against these guys, we beat them in the end. We'll see. And that was on NHL ice. Paul chipping it. McCarthy steals it before he can go very far. Takes a shot. Mellon holds on to it. Tinscher taking the face-off against, I lost track. It's McCarthy behind the net. Just feeds it out into the slot, and it's in again. Greenland took the drop for Ashburn. Cristiano feeds it along the board. Schneider trying to do something. It's going to be lofted over Aiden's head. Coons picks it up as he hustles to the corner. Berg chases it around, but Spencer will flick it back along the boards to where Joey will find a stretch pass to Schneider. Schneider backdoor to Landon and puts it in like they rehearsed it. Larian Street. Beautiful play by Ashburn. Just everything about that play was beautiful. Stretch pass, driving it in, cross the back door, keep the goalie moving. The timing of it, I like it. Do that again. I want to see it again. All right, let's see. We got 46 McCarthy versus Klein for the face-off. Cahill chops it long. It'll be into the backyard. Spencer wraps it around to Osterberg. Spencer feeds it back to Osterberg. Aiden chips long. Ashburn and Jack both chase it down. Zubrev gets there as it's icing. Vita versus Tinsher for the face-off. Day winds up, shoots wide, well wide of the net. Noah Robinson will get there first. He shuns it along the boards up to Jarrett. Jarrett gets it out of the zone, gets it to Kyle, gets across the line and dumps it. Day will pick it up. We'll see what he does with it. Jarrett, he loses it and gives it back to Jarrett. But then picked off, intercepted by Vita. Out, Noah Robinson turns it around just as they misconnect the pass. Jarrett back to Paul, tries to send it, hits a defenseman skate. Out, Mason, slap shot, and chipped by Kyle, but the goalie has it. That was a little messy. It was ended up being a good play if it weren't for the lightning fast recesses of Tucker Forest. Ashburn would have tied it back up. Do that again. Except better. Joey taking the face off for Ashburn against McCarthy, I think. Mason St. Ange. Feeds it to, couldn't see which teammate. Noah comes in close and puts it in. Noah Robinson. Noah Robinson. Flying in from the defense. Just saw an opportunity, drove it in. Snuck it past the goalie. We are tied up 5-5. Oh, they're calling a goal. They were going to wave it off. And they changed their mind there. Wait. Coach is discussing this one. I do not. Okay. All right. The score now says 44-5 on the board. As the timekeepers mucked up. So they're going to disallow that goal because Ashburn does not have enough money in their budget to bribe the refs. The refs stole yesterday's game, in my opinion, when they they took away Kyle's goal by just randomly assigning a mysterious penalty that no one could tell what it was for against Shane Sewick. And then they granted the point that was obviously goalie interference. How? Noah turns it around. I'm so disgusted. Noah charges along the boards, feeds it to Joey. Joey tries to get it across to Landon, intercepted. Cahill wraps it. 11 turns it back around. It'll be picked up by Cahill. Mason St. Ange steals it from him. McCarthy tries to do something. Vita versus Grayson for the face-off. Out to Day at the point. Day, somebody in defense got stick on it. Zubrev ices it. Hard not to be a little frustrated at the sort of blatantly biased officiating. All right, Gracie took face off, slap shot there by Shane Sewick, deflected up, landed in the far corner, or near side corner, I should say. Day behind the net, stolen away by Grayson. Grayson sends it through. Shane couldn't get a stick on it. Aiden feeds it back to Jack. Glove down by Grayson. tries anyway. Zubrev flicks at it and takes him 2 tries, but he gets it out. And it's going to bounce past Aiden to Coons. This is the pass, and he turned back around, and then glove down by Vita. And we'll pick it up in the center. I don't know. I usually have a lot of sympathy for the refs because they got hard jobs and everybody hates them no matter what they do. But Johnson sends it long. 97 turns it around, back to shot by Paul, and it's in the goalie's glove. McCarthy taking the face-off against Tinshirt. Tinshirt steals it back. Cahill, and I think that's Cristiano. Out to the point, Miles fires, goalie holds on to it. Grinley with the face-off. Cahill, I think, wraps it. Coons gets it to Berg. Shoots, hits Mason's leg. Loose puck. Mason feeds it up to Will. Will to Joey. Joey skates it into the zone. Feeds it back to Will. Knocked away by, I think, Vita, who then proceeds to shove Landon into the boards from behind. He'll go. Two minutes for cross-checking. All right, there's Aiden keeping the play going. Briefly, McCarthy picking it up along in the neutral zone, driving it through, behind the net, looking for something. Finds the cross to Cahill, who takes a long time to get oriented on the pass, to spin all the way around the puck, and deflected by Mellon. Jarrett, behind the net, almost loses the puck, but eventually gets it up to Paul. It's going to bounce past him to Shane. Shane gets it away from the rail, or the boards, and he feeds it back to Paul. Paul spinning it out a few times, gets it to, I think that's Kyle in the back. Out to Aiden at the point. Aiden, slap shot, deflected by Cahill. McCarthy sends it back to Cahill, bouncing, and then Aiden steals it away. Under pressure, just finds Shane. Easy cross, back to Aiden. Aiden gets it around Zubrev, but loses the puck in the process. Eventually chips it around the boards to Jarrett. Can't really see what's going on there along the boards. Joey's helping out. Clears the puck, gets it over to Landon. Landon, wrister. Jarrett tries to tip it. I think it was wide of the net, couldn't quite do there. Circles it around. In close, deflected up over the net. Aiden, struggling, it'll be driven out by Coons. McCarthy sends it long. Shane stops it just inside of our zone. Finds the pass to Schneider at the line. And we're back on the attack. Schneider passing to the center. And Landon slams it in, this time definitively. Tying it up. Or if we count that point that they just stole from us, then we're ahead. But that point doesn't show up on the board. It only shows up in our hearts. on power play. We're 5-on-5. Joey Greenland will take the face-off against Vita. Schneider ends up with possession, feeds it back to Mason. Mason, gets challenged and loses it. Berg comes in, picks it up after, I think it was Vita got it away from Mason. Up to the line, it's going to be back and forth as it comes where I think it was Landon and Day were just outside of the zone. And bounced back in before Reston was clear. Klein with the face-off against Vita. Dumped. Mason turns it around. I think that's Dylan along the boards. Noah challenges back at the corner. Gets it. Did he get it back to Dylan? No, Evita has it. Chase behind the net. Chase pursued by Noah. Actually, is that Noah? That's Mason. Dylan tries to clear it. Using those long arms he's got. Mason gets it up to Shane. He gets it out of the zone. Dylan chases it, turned around by Cristiano before, and I think it actually looked like it hit the official in the. I'm not positive there. I blinked at the wrong time. Got to fade back. Spencer to Aiden. Aiden up to Paul. Paul into zone. We're 97. I think Ogilvy steals it away from him. He'll wrap it all the way around the rail. Spencer picks it up as it comes back down to the ice in the neutral zone. Tries to feed it along, and that's McCarthy, I think? Maybe Sheehan. McCarthy. Spencer around all the way out. Oglesby, 97. Tries for the stretch. It'll be icing. Changeover from McCarthy for the face-off. They try to clear it and bounces past Aiden. Cahill drives it into the zone. Spencer knocks it away. He dumps it into the corner. And teammate Coons tries to center it, but Ashburn gets it away. I think that's Paul. Cahill picks it back up. It's going to go into the safety net. Way over the goalie's head. This is a nail biter. Joey takes a drop. It's behind the net. Landon backhands it along. Schneider hustles. He'll get there but stop it. Hits the brakes. To the center. Joey tries to take a shot. Ends up being behind the net. That was a nice opportunity. Did not work, but all right, stolen by Joey as they try to send it to the center. He sends it back in. Landon takes a shot, and it dribbles across, and there's a whistle. They haven't decided. It looked like it was in. How can it not have been in? Nah, when I say how can it not have been in, like if there was the net's off, there could have been called goalie interference. Because we did have people kind of in the crease. But, not a crease violation, because the only crease violation if you're in the crease when the puck isn't. Schneider takes a shot. Cahill across to Day. Turned around by Johnson. Picked up by Joey as he gets into the zone. Tries to get it up across. Cahill's going to turn it around. Miles Bless stops the advance. Little battle there. Cahill fishes it out. Drives across the line. Tripped over the blue line. Miles wraps it. He'll get it to Landon, who taps it and lets it go long. It'll be icing. Tincher with a face-off against Vita. Zubarev tries to send it. It'll be cleared, and I think that's Jarrett. Rejected by the goalie. Day picks it up, out to neutral zone. Mason, cross to Noah. Noah drives it back in to the attack, gets it knocked away. Jarrett flicks it back along the boards. Noah fishes it out. Tries to get it to Paul, and they will try to clear it, but Kyle stops it at the center. Sends it, but Berg is in the way. Mason whacks at it. It's going to send it along the boards. Paul chips it to Kyle. Kyle drives it into the zone. Held on the boards by Vita. They'll wrap it and see what their guy does. It's going to bounce out. Vita hits the brakes. Paul's all over him. Tincher gets it knocked away from him. Paul poking at it. 97 turns it around. Takes a shot off Mellon's stick. It'll land on the... All right, Noah dumps it back into the corner. Mason skates it around behind the net. Just hits the gas. Gets past just about everybody as teammates are doing a line change. Dumps it behind the net. Grayson centers to Shane, pops off his stick and goes up high. He picks it back up, near side circle. Takes a shot, goalie holds onto it, and that will stop the clock with 5:45 left to go. Cantarello will take the face-off against. We got contention here on too many men. Cristiano. Shane back around to Cristiano. Intercepted by Jack Klein as they try to clear it. Aiden feeds it back to Jack, hands it off to Grayson. Grayson through the center, back on the backside of Shane's stick. He'll send it back out to Spencer under pressure. Bounces off the goalie's stick. Jack wraps it on the boards. Grayson behind the net. Drives it back out. Feeds it to Grayson back to Jack. Takes a quick shot there by Jack, and the goalie holds on to it. I'm gonna try putting a little zoom in here. Is that better? I think it might be better. That means I all right. I'm sorry for the clock. Vita drives around the boards. Spencer takes it away from him, and he and Landon both drive it in. He hands it off to Landon across the line. Landon tries to sneak it into the slot, and there's just too many players there. Will challenges as Coons tries to clear it. Joey double teamed. And Schneider comes in. Landon's on the other side. Zubarev gets it. He'll wrap it. We'll see if it comes to Aiden. Aiden, slap shot from the point. And it's in. And Ashburn goes up 6-5. I think it was Schneider. I think it was Schneider put it in off of a little assist from Aiden Harrison. Joey Greenland, Landon Street, and Spencer Combs all on the ice. And my clock's a little behind. 4:29 left. All right, we're synced back up. I'm glad. All right, Paul Allison steals it away from Sheehan. Drives it into the zone, sneaks it through, goalie holds on to it. Keep him working though. You know, there's been times when I feel like, I think it was that Paul, after the drop, is going to deflect up into the safety net. Almost hit the light, I think. Or I think it did hit the light, or the scoreboard, something. How that. Is there no safety net down at the far end? I didn't see what exactly it hit. It made a clunk noise like it hit some plastic acrylic. Paul tries to keep it going. 11 gets it across. It can be gloved down by Kyle. It's out of the zone, or back in the zone rather. Kyle collides with Cristiano. Mason along the boards, and that's gonna be offsides. I think there's a hand pass called. Looks like basically. I mean, that's what it looked like the officials were signaling. I'm not. They're going to discuss with Coach Fleury. They're trying to explain to him, at least he's in discussion. Or that, or they're looking for a loose puck. They're talking to Luke, looks like. Like, he's looking around. They lose the puck, or there's something with the. I have no idea. I don't know what that was about. All right. Joey taking the face off against McCarthy. Hand off to Landon as he drives into the zone. Nice moves. Landon fires and just over the goalie's shoulder, wraps it around the back of that net, and that'll put a 7th point on the board for Ashburn. Landon Street drives it in and snipes it. Sorry about that one, Tucker. There's any Tucker fans watching the stream. All right, Cahill drives it across. Takes a shot. It's off of, I think off Will's shoulder. Coons hands it back to Day along the boards. He'll wrap it. Noah chips at it. It'll come back to Vita. Looking for something. Noah got a stick on it. Comes back to Vita again. Shoots, and Will's got it. Grayson Cantarola brings McCarthy for the face-off. Quick shot from Berg, I think. And there's a whistle, and I'm not sure. They're pointing back the spot here. It's a high stick or something. They're looking at Aiden. Don't know. I'm not sure what that one's for either. I think Grayson versus McCarthy still. Puck squirts out to the far side. Zubrev chops at it, and it's going to bounce into the corner. Spencer tries to wrap it. McCarthy behind the net. Passes it back out to Sheehan. Shot all the way through. Looks like Jack will get there. Looking for the stretch. Finds Shane. Shane, as he's trying to get oriented on the puck. Shouldered side by Zubrev. Spencer tries to clear it. Sheehan behind the back pass to McCarthy, gets it back to Berg from his knees. Spencer, and there's a whistle on it. No goal. It went up into the safety net. Spencer lying on the ground, still trying to block that shot. I was so dejected after that goal they disallowed. I'm glad the boys had more heart grit than I did. I was so mad. All right, Noah lost it out, gloved down by Ogilvy, 97. Vita drops back a bit, stretches to Cahill, tries to take a shot. It's going to bounce out into the slot. Mellon wasn't expecting it to come off the boards with quite that much juice. And we got a whistle here. Do we whistle? No, that was a whistle. I'm sorry. I think the whistle's for the nets off. I can hear coach or somebody shouting about that. My clock is 2 seconds fast. McCarthy versus Tin Shirt for the face-off. Comes back to Mason behind the net. Wraps it around to Jarrett. Jarrett will find the cross to Paul. Paul tries to sneak it through the legs of Cristiano. That is not happening. He picks it back up in the corner. Fighting to feed it back to Jarrett. Jarrett in close. Goes behind. Picks it back up. Looking. Sends it. Goalie off the tip of his glove. Is going to bounce back out. We'll see Mason tries to stop the advance. Sheehan finds Coons. Slap shot. Except deflected weird. To be honest, I have no idea. I blinked at the wrong time. I have no idea where. It looks like it went out of play, maybe. Greenland versus Vita for the face-off. Puck's going to come out, and Aiden wraps it to, I think that's to Schneider. He's trying to get it out. Vita shoots way wide. Out to stop by Zubrev at the point. It's going to bounce out as Landon challenges him. Stretch pass, not really a stretch pass, just, yeah, I'm not sure that was a stretch pass. Joey, nice job fighting to get it up and close. Losing it, but gets it back. Landon shoved out of the way. Joey along the boards. Landon will hustle. Challenge Zubrev. Zubrev picks it up, though. We got 1 minute left. Joey stops it just outside the zone. Oh, no, in the zone because there was no offsides call. Landon fires. Deflected off of somebody stick into the safety net. And the clock will stop 48.7 seconds left. All right, Aiden hustles, has to pick it up in the neutral zone. It's a little too far back. Sends it over to Spencer. Tincher drives it back in, but it's going to come back out to Scudolaro, 11. Aiden kept him slow with keeping the shoulder on pressure. McCarthy behind the net to Sheehan, I think. Sheehan into the slot. Spencer knocks it aside. He played by Ogilvy. But Kyle's there before he can send it back in. It's going to flick long. Cristiano gets there, wraps it. It's going to come all the way out. Spencer turns it around. It's right in front of us. And we got 3.7 seconds left in the period. McCarthy will take the last drop here. Tin Shirt flicks it long, and that time's going to run out. Well, all right. I'm finally. Well, there's a lot on the chat. My second phone, sometimes I'll check it and then it stops syncing the chat for whatever reason. So I'm just catching up here. States, baby. Jack Klein. Reston almost lost to Ashburn 2 team. Yeah, well, Ashburn lost to Reston Silver once, so... little shout out for Yorktown hockey. Yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Attendees both having terrible games. Yeah, not. So we will have about a roughly 10-minute break here as we have an ice cut before the third period. So be patient. This is the boring part. We get a little shots on the fan. There's the illustrious Jenny Greenland team rep. Amazing team rep for the Ashburn Xtreme. I watched a documentary on weed the other day. I think that's how I'm going to watch all movies from now on. I got a new job as a feather inspector. It's got me feeling down. I bought a pencil at an antique auction that once belonged to Shakespeare, they tell me. I'm not sure if it's a 2B or not 2B. I've heard that in the news they said that Vladimir Putin has been charged with orchestrating war crimes. And you know, genocide is one thing, but setting it to music is just worse. Orchestrating war crimes.
Yes, I did that to your
The bar is 10 minutes from my house, but my house is 2 hours from the bar. Riddle me that one. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Pupatella's. Pupatella's, where we all gathered before the game, just down the road, and had a glass of our favorite beverage. Additional consideration provided by Stash Double Spiced Chai, which I have a thermos full, which I will attempt to pick up and pardon me while I wet my throat there. Urology is the #1 job for me. You've got to hand it to blind prostitutes. It's a little blue. I got so drunk last night, I'm not sure if I've lost my car or found someone's keys. I want to put a humidifier and a dehumidifier in a room and see which one will win. I like to hold hands at the movies, which always seems to startle strangers. You know the old saw about how babies are delivered by stork? Well, that only applies to the small babies. The heavier ones are delivered by crane. Do airplane pilots take crash courses? Uh-oh. My phone has just announced that it is low battery, 20% left. Which means that my external battery is not charging it for some reason. Hold on just a moment. All right, now looks like it's charging, so we got that sorted. The ice cut is complete. Sorry I didn't have as many jokes today. Usually I pick out all the jokes in advance, but this time I was not as prepared as I often am. Sometimes I'm not prepared at all, so I think I should have made the extra effort for states, but I've always said this is a best effort thing. Which reminds me, I should do all my announcements. Those who are regular fans of the channel have heard all these before. There is some copyrighted music playing, which means that if my microphone picks it up well enough and the content ID identifies that it is copyrighted, this video may not be available immediately after the game. If that happens, I will attempt to mute it, but it never seems to interrupt the live stream, so that's okay. The Ashburn Xtreme U16AA1 channel that I run is always a best effort, meaning I try my best, and if it doesn't work or the network's not there, you get what you get. You can have a refund for your membership fees. I shouldn't say that because the team actually gave me a really nice gift last year. And actually the year before, I think it's when they gave me the gimbal. I believe if whichever team here wins, we'll have an opportunity to play a special tournament next weekend in Pittsburgh. I think it's Pittsburgh. I don't even know when it's next weekend. I heard there's another tournament coming up. I think it's next weekend. Just for the state champions. Which looks like it might be Ashburn right now, but let's not jinx it. There's a lot of hockey left. We got 17 minutes in the third period. And only a 2-point difference between the teams, which is not much in hockey terms. Pretty high-scoring game, though. I think we've gradually become famous here as people. They know I'm live streaming. They all want to. Yeah, we are just tuning in. Yes, it is. That was the ice cut, which means we are 2/3 of the way through the game. One more 17-minute period. Ashburn's up 7-5. Some, as always, questionable officiating. And I say as always because there's always somebody who's not happy with the calls the officials make. They're doing their best, but I think they're doing their best. Maybe they're not doing their best. Sometimes it feels like they aren't because there's some extremely sketchy calls that I think they made. Particularly, but not too bad. We'll see. I think some of these same officials made some even more blatant calls earlier. Face-off taken by Kyle Tinchard and McCarthy. Along the boards, 47, I think that's Sheehan. No, I'm sorry, 97. That's Kyle, feeds it back to Jared Ireland. It's going to bounce all the way back out to Spencer. And Paul tries to get it before it leaves the zone, but he will dump it in. And if anything, I don't think he even realized that Jarrett was still in the zone. Either that or maybe he knew and he just... I'm not sure. He was facing the other direction, so I'm not sure how he could have seen. Joey taking the face-off against Vita. It'll come back to Berg. He sends it long, knocked aside by Mellon. Mason tries to wrap around the boards. Schneider, under pressure, he poked out into the neutral zone by Noah. Up to Landon. Gets boxed up, lost an edge. Zubarev is just all over him. Berg drives it back in. Landon gets trips over Zubarev. They don't give him a whistle for it. That was felt like a pretty blatant trip to me, but. Vita across to Coons. Joey pokes at it. The official. The Reston fans are getting obnoxious about their criticism of the refs. Landon dumps it behind the net. Wrap to Sheehan, interception by Seawick. He brings it in, takes a shot around, and then tries to pick up his own rebound for a second shot. Johnson stops it, turns it around, backs in the corner. Christiana, hassled by Jack Klein, fights to get it loose, gets it over to the other side. Long, intended for Cahill. Oh, they get it past Noah. I'm sorry, that's Miles. Shot by... and then saved by Mellon. Bounces out, Dillon chips it out, intended for Jack to drive it out of the zone. Cahill shoots wide. McCarthy tries to tip it, but just can't. Dillon skates it past Zubarev. Oh, gets it to Shane, but it's out in front of him. And 51 trips Shane, and this time he will get the whistle. It was a good attempt between Dillon and Shane. Didn't quite work, but Ashburn will have a 2-minute power play. 2 minutes tripping on Zubarev. Tincher will take the face-off against Vita. Puck comes out. Aiden feeds it. I'm sorry. Jarrett fed it back to Aiden. Back to Jarrett. Back out to Aiden. He's looking for something. Finds it back to Jarrett. Cycles a little bit. Shoots. Goalie holds onto it. We've, if you believe the shot counter, which of course is always just some parent who got stuck with one in the box, we've outshot them 33-17. Cristiano up to Sheehan, drives it across the zone, and then poked away by Mason St. Ange. Joey finds Schneider. It's going to bounce off of his stick and the defenseman. Turned around back, picked up by Landon in the center. He'll backhand it into the corner. Day chases it with Cristiano on the other side. One of them turned it around. It's going to bounce past Landon's shoulder and all the way down, and it's icing. My clock is about 3 seconds fast. Tincher with a face-off. Onto the slot. Nice moves, but teammates couldn't get it, couldn't tap it in. McCarthy turns it around. Tries to flick it past Aiden. Gets it way past. Coons picks it up behind the net. Paul Allison giving hassle from one hand and Kyle from the other. Paul steals it away. Hits the gas. Drives it into the zone. And it's gonna, it gets out in front of him and the goalie shuffles it away. Shane takes it. Feeds it back into the corner where Jarrett out to Aiden. Aiden, slap shot. Stop. They try to clear it. Paul stops it. Sends it back in again. Shane picks it up. Off the boards, and it'll be cleared and iced. By the Reston Raiders. 26 seconds left in the power play for Ashburn. Greenland take the face-off against Sheehan, I believe. Landon chips it back into the corner. Schneider tries to send it through. It'll be cleared and iced. Greenland versus Cahill, I think, for the face-off. Cristiano comes up with it around the boards. Schneider picks it up from there. Behind, looking to get it to Landon. Landon pauses a little bit. It's going to rock it all the way around off the glass. His shot was wide. Landon backhands it from the center line. Cristiano picks it up again. Joey tries to steal it away, successfully steals it away. Hits the brakes behind the net. And gets suddenly the defense energized. Out to Spencer in the center, but Cahill gets it off the tip of his stick, and Cahill drives it across. Shot. It's going to rock it all the way around to land at the point. And we got McCarthy, who looked like he was inside of Melton's net. And that was off. I'm not sure what McCarthy was doing there. Maybe he was confused and thought it was an ice fishing shack. Not sure about that one. McCarthy versus Grayson Cantarella for the face-off. Miles Bless along, intended for Jack. We picked up and turned around. Miles sends it back to Jack. This time connects, but it still goes past him. 97 wraps it. Shane Sewick will pick it up in the near side corner where we can't see it very well. But Jack will try to do something. Hands it off to Shane is what he does behind the net. Out to Miles at the point. Miles, wrister from the point. Off the goalie's pads, McCarthy picks it up. Those rebounds can be super critical. All right, saved by Mellon there, I think. Klein gets it out, and there's the whistle. I'm looking for an official to signal what that whistle was for. They just decided to stop play. I'm not sure. Sheehan versus Tinshirt for the face-off. Vita swacking at it, but Tinshirt gets a stick on it, gets it up. Jarrett feeds it back to him. Zubarev trying to steal it away, gets it away. Cross ice to Coons. Mason St. Ange gets out in front of him and wraps it, but it's going to come to Zubarev. He feels it across, back to Coons, bounces out past him. Sheehan feeds it back to Coons. Sheehan has a penalty, and their guy's down.
That's a 2 with 10.
Their guy was down. If anything, I didn't really see that hit. Kyle's going in the box.
Terrible call.
It's like 2 minutes for roughing. Cahill back behind the net into the slot. Mellon holds it. Jarrett with the face off against, I lost McCarthy. Scramble there, and Mason thwacks at it. It's going to go long and out of play. Schneider with the face off. Cross, Sheehan dumps it in. Noah chases it behind the net and will ice it, except it's on net, and so Tucker has to play it. He will loft it out into the center to Evita. Right before he gets back checked, finds a cross-ice pass to Cahill. Off Schneider's stick, it's going to bounce out into the neutral zone. 88. Cross-ice intercepted by Noah. He'll get it up long. Schneider picks it up from there. Schneider off the post, and it's still there. They'll clear it, and it's going to go long. It'll be icing. That was a I don't know where my brain went. My brain got overloaded. I'm sorry about that. So much happened all at once. About a minute left in Kyle's penalty. Jarrett takes the face off. Immediately chases it down behind the net. Then lose an edge. They'll come up. Try to clear it. Paul knocks it away. 97 gets it back. Finds Berg. He drives it into the zone. Hits the brakes a little bit under pressure from Aiden. Behind the net, 11. Back to Berg. Back to 11. I think that's Aiden. It's going to... Where's that? Into the corner here. 11. Still under pressure. Back to Berg. It'll get wrapped, and 97 to the point. Shoots wide of the net. It's going to bounce back out. Spencer's going to chip it past and long, and they will call icings once it crosses the goal line. 16 seconds left in Kyle's penalty. Coley's message. That's all right. You can diss me. If I had a nickel for every time I didn't know what was going on, I'd be standing around wondering, why is everybody handing me nickels? All right. Woof. Sheehan dumps it around. Noah got shoved behind. Vita cross ice. Back to Sheehan. Into the center. Cristiano fires. Mellon scuffling. Mason struggling to get it away. There's the penalty, and their guy's down. Looks like Mason's going into the box just as Kyle came out. High stick. 2 minutes on the board for Mason. They're still positive beat. Officials. Fleury's arguing it. But I don't know what he's arguing about. Mason flicks it long. It's going to bounce all the way down, and the goalie watches it go by. It'll be icing. Vida feeds it to Sheehan, off the post and out, and I think Spencer cleared it into the corner. Out to Sheehan again, shot wide, and the second shot is going to bounce all the way out. Back to Cristiano. Paul challenges him, but they'll get it back to Sheehan. Spencer skates it behind the net. Off the glass, up intended for Shames, still bouncing as it gets past him. Back to Cahill. Aiden challenges, and I think Mellon's got it. Sounded like off of his face mask, I think, or his helmet. Yeah, you see him shaking his head as he gets his helmet settled back. I think it was off his helmet, and then he covered it once it hit the ground. Grayson with the face-off for Ashburn. McCarthy for Reston, yeah. Out. Zubarev for the point. Rister stopped by Noah, I think. Scuffle, and it's in. On a power play, Reston puts a 6 point on the board. Very excited Reston fans. I don't have the heart to point out to them they're still losing. But I guess it's something to celebrate when you close it up a little bit. All right, Spencer turns it around. Zubarev fed it to 96. He sent it cross ice. I think that was Aiden tried to send it. Hit the player in the shoulder. Picks it back up. Found Schneider at the line. Turned back around by 96. Spencer wraps it. Coons turns it back. Aiden gets it out to Joey in the center this time. Up to Landon at the line. Landon, cross ice, goalie covers it. They try to get it in front of that net. Goalie covered it before his teammate could tap it in. Tincher taking the face off against McCarthy. No, maybe Sheehan. Sheehan, with some real speed, charges through the neutral zone. Crashes into the boards with Spencer. Cleared. Paul tries to get it, successfully gets it to Jarrett. Jarrett drives it back in, gets it around Cristiano, picks it up behind the net, tries to center it, but he hits the back of the net. Cristiano will clear it. Aiden, slap shot from the point. Picked up by Jarrett, near side corner. Paul out to the center. I'm sorry, not Paul, that was Kyle. Picked off by Jay, and then poked away. Feeds back to Sheehan. He's tied up in the corner, triple play by Ashburn. Puck squirts out. Spencer tries to chip it around, picked up by Day at the point. Back around. Aiden will send it out. Stopped by Cristiano at the point. Spencer out. Bounces, I think, off the official skate right to Jarrett. Jarrett fires. Goalie gloves it down. Hands it off to 97. 97. Looking for the stretch to what I think is his brother, and it's going to go past him into the icing. Anybody know the Reston team enough to know if 96 and 97 are brothers? This is U16AA1. It's the state finals for Virginia. Game 3 of a 3-game series, or best of 3. Noah Robinson plays in the center. Off the glass and down, glove down by Zubarev. Shane Suick steals it away from them, takes the shot, goalie gloves it. Greenland takes face off against McCarthy. Zubarev around behind the net and sends it out of play, I think. I think it hit one of the something the Reston bench. I did manage to find my glasses. They were missing for a few weeks. That doesn't mean I'm doing a better job seeing what's going on. This rink is... All right. Coons picks it off after the drop. He'll skate it through the neutral zone. Gets around Noah. Shot off Mellon's pads into the glass behind him. Joey flicks it long. Picked up by Schneider in the neutral zone. Gets it around Day, I think, all the way into the corner here. Back to Landon behind the net. McCarthy up to Coons. Cross to his teammate. Beautiful save by Mellon and just like a lightning fast slap shot. Joey through the neutral zone. Gets around Cristiano. Shot off the goalie's pads. Hooking called, I guess, on Cristiano.
5 minutes left. One way, Rob.
Coach Lurie's shouting something. I don't know what. Ashburn with the power play. It's going to bounce past Aiden. He'll have to retreat all the way to the defensive zone. Vita challenges him, but he's got an easy pass to Paul. Vita challenges Paul. He'll just take it behind the net, spin him out. Up to Aiden, cross to Jarrett. Jarrett into the zone. Jarrett drops it back to Schneider, to Kyle, who fires. The goalie holds it. And a nice opportunity for Ashburn. This guy Tucker, I don't know, I've forgotten his last name now, but Reston goalie is he's doing all right. He's let in 7 points, but Aiden crossed to Paul. Paul, wrister, went up into the net, the safety net. I think that's what happened here. Why are they bringing it all the way out into the neutral zone? Maybe they felt like he did it intentionally. McCarthy versus Tinscher for the face-off. Puck's going to come back to Paul Allison. Drives it out. Tries to send it, and then Raiders turn it around. McCarthy. Cross. Paul steals it away. Feeds it to Jarrett. Jarrett attacking with speed. Cross to Kyle. Bouncing. Kyle gets a shot. Shane picks it up. Kyle was struggling with that bouncing puck. Aiden back to Shane. Shane looking. We're still in the power play. Back to Jarrett behind the net. Jarrett out to Paul. He's going to feed it back probably. Nope. Back to Jarrett. Into the center. Shane tried to get a shot off. He's going to bounce out, and it'll come all the way out. Cross ice, and actually icing call. Nope, no icing. Aiden finds the stretch to Jarrett. Jarrett chips it out to Joey. Joey fires off the goalie's blocker, lands in the far corner. 11, around behind the net. 97, I think, sends it long. Landon picks it up. Stretch off of Shane's stick. It'll go all the way down to the goalie. Hands it off to 97. Turned around off Mason's stick. Landon to Spencer. Up to Joey. They try to clear it. Spencer stops it before it leaves the zone. Into the paint. Joey tried to tap it in. Schneider fighting to do something. Mason. Cross. Landon up to Spencer. Joey. To Schneider. But couldn't get an angle. Knocks aside by the goalie. Spencer. Vita steals it away from him. Lofts it. Lots of people reach for it. None of them have enough height. Landon chases it all the way down. Drops it back to Joey, actually, or Spencer. Joey gets there. Joey looking, trying to figure out who to send it to. Turns around. Sheehan gets around Joey. Save there. It's going to come back out. McCarthy takes an eye off it. Schneider shoots wide of the net. Kyle challenges. That was nerve-wracking a little bit. Mason, Jarrett around, Zubarev back into the offensive zone. 96 challenges. McCarthy knocked away before he can get a shot off as it's bouncing. Back out, and Mason wraps it. It'll be stopped by Zubarev at the far side point. Paul tries to send it. Shot again off Mellon's pads. 96 hammers Kyle into the boards. Behind the net, it's going to come out. 51, Zubarev slaps it way wide. Cristiano on the far side. McCarthy knocked aside by Mellon. Cristiano tries to do something. Spencer up to the line. Tries to get it to Zubarev. Jarrett struggling to keep his feet. Hands it over to Shane, who taps it in. Putting an 8th point on the board for Ashburn with 1 minute exactly left to go. Jarrett doing a little celebration there. Noah Robinson, Shane Sawick, Aiden Harrison. And it looks like Joey all on the ice, along with the illustrious Will Mellon. Shane goes back to give Mellon a little hug. I think timeout called, presumably by Reston. Coach is bringing it in. Not enough scoring, yeah. That's Who's Leston? Is he the goalie for? I don't know. It's Tucker something, but. All right. Greenland took the face off. Cahill, it's bouncing. Joey Greenland picks it up, wraps it out of the zone to Landon, chips off his stick. Schneider challenges Cristiano, but he's just going to feed it back to Cahill. Noah off the glass, back out of the neutral zone. Landon up to Schneider, but past him to Cristiano. Cristiano gets it out to the blue line, then loses it. Sheehan, struggling to get oriented, finds himself. Takes a shot, blocker save, but I think it was wide of the net anyway. Cristiano, they pulled their goalie out off the post back to McCarthy. McCarthy challenged by Noah Robinson. Loose puck will be picked up by Joey Greenland. Bounces out. Cristiano turns it back into the corner. Joey gets a stick on it. Cahill shot Mellon's there. Net's off with 5 seconds left. Should put a little zoom in. We got 5 seconds left. See if we can get this last play. Looks like Jared Ireland versus Sheehan for the face-off. Jared's holding it there, and it gets off the boards, and Aiden ices it as time runs out, and Ashburn has won the Virginia State Championships. Will Mellon rightfully being celebrated by his team. They're pouring Gatorade on the coach's head. Luke giving Mellon a hug. Lots of hugs out there. Reston played a fantastic season and a fantastic series. Fighting to the end. I certainly question some of the officiating. I know some of the Reston fans do too. But that's hockey. Thanks for hosting us, I suppose. And better luck next year. All right, we're gonna maybe shuffle out to the ice here. A little bit of celebrate party. Let's see if we can. Oh wait, this door is barred. You can't enter here. Or at least I could if I unbarred it, but.
Oh, you're right.
All right. Well, I gotta take the zoom out.
Thank you for doing everything this year. A great job. And do us well. Sit over here. Sit up there.
Everybody take a seat. Take a seat. I'm not missing this shit. I'm not missing this, boys.
I guess you win when you can't skate. He got all pissed off. There's like 5 guys like you can't take, you can dish it out, but you can't skate. Yeah.
All right, listen, back up. We're going to go right here. Take a knee. Take a knee. Lay it out. Hey, goalies, get where you belong, up front. Goalies up front, lay it down. Lay down. Right here, right in front. Right here in front. Hey, you guys get those fucking ones up, boys. Get down now. Why'd they all stop?
Nice job.
You guys get your singles, do your singles. Let's do it.
They didn't like it. They're like, "Oh, you just make me love her."
Vando, get up there.
Leave the girlfriend.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Coach!
Where? Ray and Coach. We need Ray and Coach.
Okay, get out so both of you take one week quick.
Ray, get in there. Hold the number one up, Ray. Give us a number one. Ray, give us a number one. Hey, Troy ain't getting this one yet. I'm taking it home.
We did it. They did it. We did it by proxy. We created them. We paid for it.
Mary, you gotta send me that one. You know, it would be one thing if they said, no rest.
How busy he's taking. You can't be everywhere at once. The true heroes, the goalies. Although, well, it takes both an offense and a defense. Ring officials are telling us to wrap it up and get lost. Guy got tripped by a net. All right, I think I'm gonna give you a little more here of the celebration. Will, do you have any words for the live stream?
Hi, Grandpa. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Nana.
All right. All right. I think someone will say that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring the bell. We'll be broadcasting for the future games as usual, as I expect to, as best I can, depending on network availability and Lord willing the creek don't rise. Don't forget to be awesome, just like the Ashburn Xtreme U16AA1. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I know I did. And we will see you whenever this next tournament is, what I think is next weekend. I'm not really positive, but congrats on the win. Oh wait, who's this? There's no interview. Who? All right. Well, okay. We should still be live here. Where is Jarrett? Where is he? He's around here somewhere. Did I lose him? Oh, there he is. Jarrett.
Paul!
Someone says they'll riot if there's not an interview. Do you have any commentary? Let's see. Somebody with the name Deeds Nuts, I think.
D's nuts, you know.
And,
the boys played good all 3 periods.
Dante DeFrusco.
Reston sucks!
Boys got the pucks deep, pucks on net, you know, played our game, you know, worked the system well and played all 3 periods. Played all 17 minutes, 17 miles, 17 smiles, boys. Let's go.
All right.
Going to net. Going to net.
Natty's bound. All right. All right. I'm gonna wrap this one up so I can. But we'll. Sorry, I didn't see the chat till I switched apps. So. Well, I'm going to finish this one up. We will see you all this next weekend and for Nationals.